Hello and welcome to The Breathing Room. This is the second part of a two-part series with Dr. Girish Lad. I was fascinated by the first part. Now today we're going to talk about obesity.
From our sports activity, we used to get some kind of exercise.
You didn't need formal exercise.
Yes, but nowadays when we become father, we have all that limitations for our children. They can't go out and simply play. So they have only one body, that is mobile. It's WHO's definition that health is not merely absence of disease, but it's a combination of physical, mental and social health. We want inch loss and we expect weight loss.
It's your weight stigma, right? Your body image is driving that.
Yes.
So you address that.
Yes.
Right?
So what should be the ultimate objective?
So you help people that are overweight and have obesity?
It's not overweight only, it's underweight also.
Okay, is it a difference between obesity and weight stigma? Is there any difference between the two?
I call weight stigma and obesity sometimes go parallel, sometimes it is integrated. If she comes to me and I'll tell her simply, rather than what you were 5 years back, you draw an image how would you like to be after 5 years.
Hello and welcome to The Breathing Room. I'm Rita Date, your host. I'm a yoga and meditation coach, nutritionist, and author. On this show, we talk about M&M, mind, nutrition, movement. 3 pillars you need for a healthy life. You'll find practical information backed by science, everything you can use. This is the second part of a 2-part series with Dr. Girish Lad. He is the founder of the Texas School of Mental Health. It's an institution that offers education in psychological counseling. They specialize and they have 4 verticals. One is oncology, which we have done a podcast, and you will find the first podcast. We'll put it in the show notes, the link to that. It's a fantastic subject, and it's a not to miss show. The other verticals he has is obesity, pregnancy, and screen obsession. He says obsession and not addiction, but I think that's a nice word. But welcome, Girish, again.
Thank you.
This is the second part, and I was fascinated by the first part. Oncopsychology is something that is the need of the day as cancer rates are rising, mental health issues are rising. Now today we're going to talk about obesity.
Yeah.
That also is a major concern. Not only obesity rates are already skyrocketed, but it is affecting our mental health. Now, how did you choose this subject?
Okay, this is, again, there is a story to tell behind this. During COVID, I was writing a book, which is yet to be published because I'm hardly getting time to finish it up. That book name is Infodemic. So we use the word pandemic. We now everybody knows the pandemic. So it's an infodemic was my topic, and it's associated with the information. So overload of information. And while writing that book, there is one chapter that I was writing. Why don't we exercise? Because infodemic or pandemic, nowadays we are talking about lifestyle disease. So we talk more about this lifestyle. So one of the part of the lifestyle is exercise. And when I was writing that chapter, I did a lot of research. And the title of that chapter is Why Don't We Exercise? So I started from myself, like why I don't exercise myself. And then I had my own answers to that. The first is like we called a nurture. So from my birth till today, I have never seen my parents doing exercise. So there is no nurtural aspect of exercise in my upbringing. That is the first reason. I have all the nurtural aspects of how to eat, what to do, do's and don'ts about while eating. You're not supposed to make a noise. You're supposed to finish everything in your plate. You're not supposed to drop anything. You're not supposed to move, etc., etc. But for exercise, no guidance, no nurture. In our time, because we have a lot of playgrounds and there were no social media or internet or TV, so we used to go out and play. So from our sports activity, we used to get some kind of exercise.
You didn't need formal exercise.
Yes, but nowadays when we become father, we have all that limitations for our children. They can't go out and simply play. So they have only one buddy, that is mobile or laptop or tabs. And they have also not seen us as a parent doing exercise. So we have also not imparted that nurture part of exercise. So when we define health, I always say that our health is of three triangles. One triangle of physical health, one triangle of mental health, and third triangle of social health. So health is component of these three: physical, social, and mental health. Before COVID, for us health was only physical health. After COVID, health is physical health and mental health. Social health is still component that we are missing out, and it's a WHO's definition that health is not merely absence of disease, but it's a combination of physical, mental, and social health. So exercise is not there in our brain. So when I say the physical health triangle, it's like 25% what we eat, 25% is what we do to digest what we have eaten, so exercise, and 50% is to sleep. So that is my way of putting the health. 50% is sleep. Mental health, it is at one point there are emotions, another corner there is a behavior, and another corner is your thoughts. So thoughts, emotions, and behavior make your mental health. Again, emotions 25%, behavior 25%, and thoughts is 50%, because thoughts drives your emotions and thoughts drives your behavior. So that is mental health. So coming back to why don't we exercise, is we have never trained, our brain is not trained to do exercise, and that's why we always say that we are very lazy people. We don't want to work because our brain is not trained like that. Second thing, when do we realize that we are obese or we are overweight? So there are multiple instances. If we are young and when we see Salman Khan and all Hrithik Roshan, and we want to have a six-pack abs like that, or we see zero figure of Karishma Kapoor, the girls want to be that. So that is a trigger. In mid-age, when you go for the shopping and you ask for the 40 number shirt, and then you realize that it is not coming onto your tummy. So body image issues. So that is where you realize that I want to reduce, gain weight. Third is when you do some physical activity. You go for the trekking or go for cycling, and then you realize that you are losing on stamina. So these few instances where there is a self-realization, and that self-realization is that your size has increased, which we associate with the obesity. So we are still at the confusion level. We want inch loss and we expect weight loss. So there is an inch loss that we are dreaming for, to which we are calling weight loss.
Yeah, but in the early days it's almost synonymous.
Yeah.
I mean, later on metabolism changes, it's different.
Yes. So that's where, what are the solutions then? Then we do diet, we do exercise, or in case of medical interventions. So these three options are there to address the obesity. And that's where I realize that the mental health aspect is missing. Because everybody in their lifetime, at least once they have tried with the diet, at least one they have tried with the exercise, and it's like a oscilloscope that you start and then something happened, then you quit, again there is a trigger, again you start, again you quit, and one point time you said ki apne bas ki nahi hai, and let it go, I'm going to live like that. This is happening because the mental health aspect is missing. So what is driving you to go for weight loss journey is again a mental health.
It's your weight stigma, right? Your body image is driving that.
Yes.
So you address that.
Yes.
Right?
So what should be the ultimate objective? So you set an objective and then you plan your weight loss journey as per what goal that you are setting. Now that is the problem. if you are setting a goal that I want to reduce 5 kg, nowadays because of technology we know BMI. We simply go to the Google, we check our BMI. Oh, I have 8 kgs extra, so I have to reduce 8 kg. So your goal, you have only decided that it is going to be 8 kg. And once you reduce 5-6 kg, you are almost there. That means you have achieved the goal. Then again your first life cycle starts.
You mean you start again?
So
the weight
your
gain.
goal setting itself is wrong.
What
So
should
then
the goal
what should be the goal?
Okay.
So goal is to live a healthy life. You have to be fit. Now doesn't matter uh, uh, like, because there are so many biological aspects. There is a genetical component, there is a hereditary, like what is your body type. Everybody has a different body type. So inches does not matter to me. Weight, yes. BMI, there are certain parameters which has been internationally recognized. There is a research been done, so we should keep them as a benchmark. But then remaining healthy for rest of your life should be a target, that I want to live healthy. And that's where so this is the one part of the story. And if we have time, I can tell another very interesting story.
Yes,
that
go
how
ahead, please.
it has reached to me. So on the 1st of February 2020, Indian Embassy in Netherlands, so they have organized my session on Gita and stress management.
Okay.
So mid-January I went to Netherlands, and January in Europe is like the very odd weather. So you have chill cold, then there is a wind, and then there is a rain. So 3 things happening at a time, and we are not used to that kind of a environment. So I used to have 2-3 innerwears, jerkin, cap and everything. And whenever I used to go out, I used to see the old people, 70 years old, 80 years old, having a hat on their head, overcoat, umbrella, and they were walking very freely. They'll go, they'll do shop and they'll come back. So that image strikes somewhere in my mind. After that, I went to US, and my partner and me, he is a doctor, Dr. Nigre, he is a MD internal medicine. So we were to go for a dinner, and suddenly he got a call and he said, I have a client and he's my regular client. In just 10-15 minutes, I'll come back again. I said, okay. So he came and then he was asking me, can you imagine who is this client? I said, no. He said, 80 years old man and a 70 years old woman, and they got married. So for us as an Indian culture, 80 years age to get married to a woman who is 70 years old. And then I asked, so what do you check? He said, no, they just come, they do regular blood pressure and all, and I have to set their Viagra dose.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, at that point of time, it was a joke for me. So we laughed and everything. And then from US, when I was coming to India, these 2 instances were continuously getting into my mind. That how can, I mean, for an Indian culture, getting married at the age of 80 is something very extraordinary.
Very common abroad,
uncommon, yeah. And then I started thinking about aging. Like, how do we age? Jokingly, we always say age is just a number. So my mental age is different, biological age is different. How do we age? Biologically, we all know how do we age, but mentally, how do we age? And then I remember my 40th birthday and that year, and at least 8-10 friends who we were classmates, so we all have 40th birthday together. And the first dialogue what we have when we call to wish, we turned 40. The time flies. Can't imagine we are 40, and we'll be happy if we go to 60. This is 60th. Our father generation are very strong, like they are very fit at the age of 70, but we are lucky even if we go to 60 and 65. So unconsciously, we set a benchmark that we are going to live till 60 in a healthy condition. And that's where your subconscious mind has put a block to your mental age as 60. Then your 41st, and this happens with 8-10 friends, same dialogues with everybody. Somewhere you imprint your age in your mind, and then some people accept that, okay, now what to do, we are already 40. So they stop doing things. because they feel that they are not
Oh,
of that age.
okay.
And
That's not good.
Yeah, so when that happened, this was in 2020, so I was 45 that time. So we have a friends group, and recently we had a get together. So I opened up my WhatsApp and I zoomed on everybody in our group photo, and I could immediately make out those who had that thought. All said done in our life now. We are 40. After 5 years, I could say that they are looking like 50, 55. And those who said that age doesn't matter, they are still enjoying their life, they are looking like 40, even after 45. So how we think accordingly, and it all happen in our subconscious mind. It's not like we decide, we plan or something. And that's where these 2-3 things came together while I was writing this why don't we exercise
Infodemic,
infodemic
chapter.
Yeah, and that's where I thought that mental health part is missing in obesity. So if we add that pillar to address obesity, probably we could achieve more. And then when I searched, again, there is no such program for the psychologist or for the nutritionist or for the mid-age professionals who want to change their career. So this can be a good opportunity to become obesity mental health expert.
So you help people that are overweight and have obesity?
It's not overweight only; it's underweight also.
Okay, body image issues.
Yeah.
So is it a difference between obesity and weight stigma? Is there any difference between the two?
I call weight stigma and obesity sometimes go parallel, sometimes it is integrated, because nowadays especially there is binge eating. So you have this cycle that suddenly one time you'll see a person with overweight, and next few months you see, oh, you lose so much of weight. Again you come back to normal.
Everybody talks about weight.
Yes.
Right? As soon as you see someone,
Yep.
Oh, you've lost weight. Oh, you've gained weight.
Yeah.
That's the biggest topic of conversation.
Yes.
I've always said, don't tell anybody they've lost weight, they've gained weight.
So everything is associated. People are associating it with the weight. Definitely, you should not be overweight. You should not be obese at all. Now, if you are in that case, then what to do to come to a normalcy? So there, you follow whatever techniques. Like how obesity mental health experts role in this. The first thing is, again, now social media again. The first thing that everybody does is they go through Instagram, to YouTube and whatever social media. They see people who have 6-pack abs and they are naked, half naked. They'll come and they'll tell you that you follow this for 21 days and you will reduce. You are not listening to what they are saying. You are listening only to 2 things, 21 days and then I'll be like him.
Yeah.
So this is what our brain says. So we are not registering their techniques. And it is our desperation that we want to be like that. So same with the woman, same with the men. And this is creating a severe problem. And I don't understand how we can take our body so casually. Rest all life, even if we have to take admission to the school, we do so much of research, and in all our life, if we want to buy something, we do so much of research.
But now for the body, they do too. They listen to too many influencers.
Yeah, so another
infodemic, like you're saying.
Now,
yeah.
Infodemic is the one-liner is we are confusing between information and knowledge.
Yes, absolutely.
So these are 2 different things. So social media is providing you information. If you apply it properly, scientifically, then it will become a knowledge.
And so, if it's the correct information,
exactly,
right? It has to be the correct information. Yeah.
So there is misinformation, there is a disinformation. So disinformation is somebody deliberately wanted to sell their product, so they are giving you false information with the deliberate intentions. Misinformation is something I have got experience and I have a belief that everybody will have the similar experience.
Right.
So just because I have that particular kada for 21 days and I got that result, not because everybody's body structure is different. Even there are twin brothers or twin sisters,
They won't have the same
they will
result.
have a different composition. So same therapy cannot be applied, or same tools, techniques cannot be applied to them. So diet is something, and there are so many diet types. But what is your age? What is your comorbidity? They don't tell all this. They don't ask you what is your age, what is your gender, what is your comorbidity, what is your family history, what are, if you have any other physical issues.
The person who gives you a diet plan.
Yeah, so all whatever you see on the social media,
yes,
those whom we follow and we try to become like them, they just give you one solution. But that's all, whether you are fit to go for that solution or not, they don't tell. Because they have 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and in that they have to tell everything to you because of the limits of the social media. So they try to do the best business model for them.
So let me ask you this. Obesity is a huge problem in the country. You know, it's causing lots of different diseases.
It's a global issue now.
Global issue, but India is the diabetes capital of the world, and we have so many other lifestyle issues.
Correct.
So there's a fine line between obesity and body image. It's kind of, you know, you may be overweight, but you don't want to feel bad about it. You're trying your best.
Correct.
So how do you deal with this?
Okay, so the story that I told, the maximum triggers are associated with body image.
Yeah.
You can't have that shirt which you used to get 6 months ago.
And it starts very early.
Is again a body image issue.
Yeah. It starts with kids, like you were saying.
Kids, yeah.
It starts on the playground. People are making fun of you.
Correct.
Why are kids so cruel? How did this happen?
No, it's not cruel. It's actually the overall violence element from the OTT platform, from the social media platform. And as a parents, we are not telling them this is wrong. In fact, we are watching along with them. All the top stars in India or globally, you say, all the top movies, we see the extreme violence. So somewhere it is
trickle down
into their mind. So it is becoming a new normal for them. And the young generation has different issues than what we used to have. And as a parenting, we always do few common mistakes. Is like, when we were of your age, blah 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 blah. So we should not be making them our copy. So we are not creating their own identity, which they want. So on one side, we tell that the new generation is very extraordinarily talented. They know at this age what we used to know when we were graduate. So on the one side, you appreciate and acknowledge the brilliance of your kids, and on the other side, you have excessive worry about what will happen to them. So we as a parents are confused. So, but that is a different topic.
We'll go back to
together.
Like,
coming to
body
the
image and
body image.
obesity.
So, body image is like the trigger, where it's a positive aspect also, because that trigger is alerting you to look at your body. And sometimes when you can't address your obesity, either you try multiple things and continuous failure, then it is a negative acceptance. And negative acceptance is very dangerous. Now you will see the big size stores are coming up. And people should not associate obesity with the body image. And they should not say that they are being targeted on the basis of body image. So they are addressing that body image issues wrongly.
By having large clothes.
Yeah,
large size clothes.
Large size clothes is a need. But coming together and making procession, making events, and it's okay. We see now that is happening. It's okay to be obese.
Right.
It's okay to be overweight, and we are not ashamed of. So they are addressing their body image issue, but indirectly they are supporting the obesity. So supporting the negative aspect of obesity, which is not. I don't recommend that way. Rather, we should address the health issue, overall health and overall lifestyle.
Because there's a movement called health at every size. So you can be overweight, officially overweight, or even obese, and be healthy.
Healthy, yes.
Right.
You can have 5 kgs extra and you can be healthy. It's not like you have to be at par with the BMI. As long as you can manage your body, you can do all the things which are a normal body should do, it's okay. But if it is creating issues, if it is limiting your health, limiting your movements, if it is addressing, because see, obesity leads to multiple comorbidity issues, sugar, diabetes, I mean the blood pressure and all. So that is a cause. So there is a repercussions if you continue to do that, and as a obese you only have to face that. So rather than appreciating or wrongly portraying it, you have to get over. Now, as a part of mental health expert, you can address the body image issue. There are techniques on how to deal with the body image issues positively, not negatively. Then addiction. Now, when we say addiction, it's drugs, alcohol, smoking, tobacco. But what about the food addiction?
Yes, absolutely.
And the junk food addiction? Because we never get addiction to the healthy food. We always get addicted to the junk food.
Yeah, nobody's going to eat 10 carrots.
Yes.
They can eat
yes.
10 bags of chips.
Chips, yeah. Why? Because nobody markets carrots. You will not see advertisement, oh, these are good carrots, you go and buy and become healthy. So all wrong products needs advertisement. And that's where the young generation is getting trapped. And as a parents, we facilitator, because we can't control, we want to get rid of their nagging. So it's okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. And if you are not doing, they have a peer group. So every parents are doing that. So when they come together, they also have, oh, yesterday I tested this new flavor. And if you're not giving, your kid will say, I want to test that. So that's where the social health is coming into picture. Then binge eating. Now there are two ways. There is an interconnection between body and mind. So some issues coming from your mind affecting your body, and some issues from your body affecting to your mind. So if you are stressed, if you are in depression, or if you are having any issues associated with your mental health, it will have its effect on your body. Like either you will lose interest in food, or you do overeating. Either you will continuously sleeping mode, or you will hardly get sleep. So your mind has control on your body, and your body has a control on your mind. So first thing is to identify the cause of obesity, whether it is genetically,
or genetic,
whether it is genetically, or whether it is because of some disorder, biological issues. So after diagnosing that, then the next thing should start. Secondly, as a nutritionist, as a dietitianist, or as a physical trainer, if they know the psychological aspect, they can do better.
Yes, absolutely.
So this program is also for them, because if they know, because counseling is very important, how you communicate, how you understand, how you become empathetic with your client, and how you deal when they are not listening to you. That is where the challenge comes, because first time when you have a client as a dietitianist, you know what is to be done.
Right.
But after 15 days, after 3 visits, if you see the same number on the weight scale,
they won't come back to you.
Yeah, if suppose
I know.
If suppose
that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, or if they come after second interval, after second realization, how you deal with them? That you don't listen to me, so are you getting upset? So many things associated. Then following proper diet. Why do you quit? Now exercise, there is a very standard answer. I continued for 1 month, and then suddenly I had to go for a business trip, and then it broke down. Okay, but you came back from business trip. You can have resumed again. You're not still on a business trip. So many. Why do you quit? So there are so many instances, so many triggers.
Yes.
So it's basically you need a reason to quit. You got it, and now you are happy.
So this course is especially made for nutritionists and trainers, is it?
This is for psychologists. This is for nutritionists, and this is for those who are in
the health field, basically.
Health field. They all can do this, because obesity is at the root cause of everything. Like now, India is a diabetes capital. So how to deal with that? So every patient, every alternate patient in future is going to have a diabetes. So if you are any other doctor, you are going to ask, do you have a diabetes? If yes, then your treatment is different. If not, your treatment is different. So similarly, what are the how to, again, going through the life cycle of an obese journey from obesity to a healthy person, what are the obstacles? Finding out the triggers, what's happening and why, because your motivation is important, then your determination, your consistency. So that happens only when you have a clear-cut goal. Like I told story of US and that
the aging,
because that changed my way of thinking.
Right.
Whenever I used to come to Maharashtra, whether it is an airport or railway station or a bus stand, the first thing I used to do is to go and eat vada pav. And then I used to have a sense of feeling that I am home.
Okay.
That time when I landed in Bombay airport, I came out and from that day till today, it's almost 6 years, I do not have urge for vada pav, which I have been doing for last 40 years. So it's a self-realization. And when I started this Texas school in 2019, most of my friends told me, this is the retirement age. Now you are starting a new company. When it will grow, when it will establish, how we were going to manage. These questions, assuming that I have another 20 years. But when I came back, I had a deadline, 100 not out. And then my mind started thinking, if I have to be 100 not out healthy, what I should do and what I should not do. So it's automatically, it comes.
Yeah, if you want something, you have to work at
yes.
it, basically.
So either it is a realization and then automatically you get a motivation for that. So otherwise, as a third person, how you are going to motivate?
Right.
So you have to make them realize why you are doing this.
First step is acceptance, realization. So what tips do you give for people who are binge eating or have an emotional eating problem?
Yeah, actually emotional eating and binge eating, as I said, that there cannot be a crossing. So only thing is that it is not good.
If it
is become an habitual, so to first they have to break down the habit of binge eating. Number one, they should stop binge watching.
Binge watching.
Yeah, they should stop and they should get themselves involved into some other fruitful creative activities, and there we can train them. That if you are seeing a series on an OTT platform and how to break it down, how can stop and what you should do, because it's not only eating. Binge watching is that you are lying continuously for 6 hours.
Yeah, you're in
one position. So it's not only eating, but also your body in the same position, and then your eyes continuously watching, your brain is continuously busy understanding that. So it's not only the eating that is creating a problem. So the problem is you're watching, binge watching is the problem.
Okay.
So if you realize that this is not only affecting to my weight, but also to my eyes, but also to my brain, also to my body, then probably there are few % of people who said, okay, now I realize there is a problem. So binge eating, either the last option is that you should have something healthy along with it, rather than having the junk food. Have something healthy, have some fruits, like that, and have something healthy and drink a lot of water.
Drink a lot of water.
Between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the message that your graduates, what's the key takeaway that they will tell their patients?
We deal with the lifestyle. Obesity is one of the problem of your lifestyle. So as a part of obesity mental health expert, you are actually working on their lifestyle issues. And lifestyle issues, most of the time I see people don't have purpose of life. So what we train our expert is how to help others to find their purpose of life.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's interesting.
Purpose of life is your motivation.
But people may not have a purpose of life. They just have to get food on the table.
Yeah, no, that's how we help. Our professionals will help them arrive to find the purpose of life.
Okay. Wow. Well, how do they do that?
That
you
is
have
the
a technique. Yeah, that's what you're teaching.
That is a technique. See,
That's
actually,
very
it's
interesting.
a first thing is like rapport building, understanding that person, understanding what is pulling them back, understanding what are the problem, what are the stressors, and everybody has their own skill sets. Everybody has dream, but when you are in a dire situation, you don't remember those dreams, and many people fail to understand that your hobbies are not your purpose of life. Your hobbies are not your dream, because Amir Khan has told that you should make a career in the area where your interest is, and I am totally against it.
Bollywood, you should never listen to anyone from Bollywood.
No,
number
that
one.
I'm against to that concept.
Yeah.
Because why we study nowadays to earn, not to become a good citizen or not to become a good human. We study to make a career. We study to earn, and you have to spend 40 hours a week to earn for your lifestyle. So to earn, you need skills, which you can acquire.
Right.
So you work for 40 hours, develop a skill, and the remaining hours of the week you enjoy, you do whatever you want to do. So not necessarily whatever you are doing and your interest should match. So it's a mind and heart. So you cannot have a career with your heart. You can make career only with your mind. So now multiple things are there.
Yeah. So my last question is, I had a guest on recently, and we were talking about weight stigma. It was about weight stigma, and she said that, when I look back, when I was 25, I looked at my 18-year-old picture and I thought, oh, I look good then. What's wrong with me now? And the same thing she does every few years. She looks back, 5 years back. At 30, she looked at her 25-year-old picture, and now she just turned 40. So she's looked back at her 30-year-old picture. And she goes, but she said, now I've stopped. I just want to be happy with myself and not lead my life thinking about, I always looked good before. I want to live in the now and say I look good now. But nobody does that. Very rare, few people. How do we get people to do that?
If she comes to me and I'll tell her simply, rather than what you were 5 years back, you draw an image how would like to be after 5 years.
Okay, that's
as
a good one.
As
Yes.
How you would like to be after 5 years. Then that becomes a motivation. That becomes a goal. That becomes a deadline.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, this conversation has been fascinating. I think it's the need of the day. People need help, especially for weight loss and weight stigma.
Yeah.
Both of these subjects are very important. So where can people find you? At your
www.texasschoolofmentalhealth texasschoolmh.com.
Okay, we'll put that in the show notes.
Please.
Dr. Girish Lad, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pleasure being mine. Thank you.